deeper in our story pick where we break down issues that matter the most to you.
From the Health Desk, we share simple tips to keep you healthy and informed.
Or plus a fitness minute to get your body moving before the day begins.
And trending now, what's hot on social media?
Hello Zambia, my name is Amina Mutambo.
And I am Moluwa Eric J. Mwalamajende, and we bring to your screens the ICU TV Breakfast Show.
Well, it's a lovely morning today, Monday, the very 30th day of March 2026. Well, it's hard to believe that we're wrapping up the first quarter? The first quarter of the year already, and I believe at the beginning of the year we set a lot of plans. We had a lot of objectives, and I want to believe that we're still maintaining those objectives, and I really want to believe that we are on the right track. This is the Monday edition of the ICU TV Breakfast Show, and as you can see, I'm alone in studio, and on the transmission box I am with Ruth Nirongo. Shout out to my director. And in case you're just joining us, this is the Monday edition of the ICU TV Breakfast Show. I am your host, Mishe Kinjakwa Edgars. What is on your mind this morning? Remember, we are coming to you live on our YouTube channel, and that is ICU TV Zambia, and we are also live on ICU TV as well as ICU TV News Now. Feel free to let me know in the comment section what is on your mind, and I'm right here live to read your comments. Let's interact, because we are here to keep you informed and inspired. So I think pretty much what is on my mind is the fact that this year is moving faster than I expected. This is just something to re-echo the fact that life is not permanent. We are in various situations. Is it a situation where you feel like some things are not just making sense? As long as the year is moving, that situation also will move. Nothing is permanent, including happiness. Sometimes happiness is not permanent. That's just the fact of life. There are people right now that are in hospitals. Others are just being deposited into mortuaries. Others will be put 6 feet under. Now, gratitude is a must, and I think I just need to be grateful to the Lord for the gift of life, and I need to be grateful to the ICU TV crew for this opportunity given to me, the producer of the show, to actually be today's presenter. I think another thing that is on my mind is the weekend that I had an interesting weekend, and it was good. And despite it being busy, I came out alive, I came out strong, and I came out sound. There are certain things that happen in life, and we feel like we need to question our personalities, we need to question our decisions. But you know what? Just go for it. Whatever it is, go for it. You're better off experiencing certain things firsthand than being taught. That is on my mind. So let's take a quick break, and when I come back, we dive into the headline pick. Welcome back. You are still watching the ICU TV breakfast show, and this is the Monday edition. And right about now, we are jumping right into the headline pick. What is making headlines this morning is President Hijilema donates 200,000 kwacha to Mongo Church and reaffirms commitment to peace. A 15-year-old girl dies after lightning strike in Nyimba. We also have 36 Chipangali residents appear in court for disorderly misconduct. Well, in sports, we have Chipolopolo target a strong result against Argentina in a friendly clash. Let's take a quick break and we will be right into the stories. Thank you so much for still staying tuned, and we jump right into the first story. President Hakainde Hichilema has donated 200,000 kwacha to New Apostolic Church, Kapona congregation in Mongu district, and reaffirmed government's commitment to maintaining peace before, during, and after elections. He highlighted stability as a key pillar for sustaining national development. The president made the remarks during a Palm Sunday service attended at the Kapona congregation, where he acknowledged the church's role in supporting communities through education, healthcare, and initiatives. He also pledged roofing materials for church school project and 2 additional building developments. Now, the New Apostolic Church Western Province lead apostle Elvis Yiwali praised President Hakainde Hichilema for advancing development efforts and promoting unity. Mr. Elvis Liwai emphasized the responsibility for Christians to uphold peace and contribute to stable national development. Here's a report.
And we got a message that as we run into the elections, we have to keep our country peaceful, stable, and in unity.
Kuli haunze usutela kuyakwalikeetisa lubuluke na hayalu nakakozo kusinabutata kusinalimbwa mane mwabumwi.
Elections should not divide this family, the Zambian family.
Lusike wakaohanywa sinakalubasi wana haya Zambia.
It's a choice of those that will lead us so we can better the opportunities for our people across the country.
Kiketu yabao bakawetelera kuli.
That is the head of state himself donating a 200,000 kwacha to Kapona New Apostolic Church. And I must say, one thing among the many things about the head of state is that he will recognize the church and he will give the church its due flowers. And if you can remember, there was a time that the president was on the Copper Belt in Ndola. He also praised the church's role in just making sure that community projects are seen to it, and the church's role. The church also has, just to echo what the president said there in that video, the church has got a role to maintaining peace, and especially now that we're a Christian nation, a lot of people going to various churches, and churches are playing a pivotal role in seeing to it that we have a peaceful society. And moving on in our second story, we have a 15-year-old girl of Nimba district in Eastern Province has died after being struck by lightning while attending to household chores during a rainfall. The incident occurred in Kapusa village under Chief Ndake around 13 hours. Eastern Province Police Commanding Officer Robertson Mwemba confirmed the development and identified the deceased as Jennifer Mulubisha. He stated that the report was made by Joseph Tembo, who alerted authorities after the incident, and the victim was pronounced dead upon arrival at Nimba District Hospital. Mr. Mwemba said the preliminary findings indicate that Jennifer Mulubisha had gone to remove clothes from a drying line when the storm intensified. Now, police officers who inspected the body observed burns on the chest, hands, and the remains have been placed in the hospital mortuary awaiting post-mortem. A moment of silence to the 15-year-old girl. It is quite unfortunate that such a life has been lost at a young age. Quite a premature death, and may her soul rest in eternal peace. And please, let's see to it that we exercise caution. The authorities are constantly telling us that we need to exercise precautions, and prevention is really better than cure, and death is not curable. So in an event where we see floods, where we see rainfall, fire, anything that is harmful to human life, please let us stay away. And parents, guardians, elders, let's see to it that we pass the message to our young ones. And if we tend to lose children in this way, we will have no Zambia tomorrow. May the soul of Jennifer rest in eternal peace. And we move to our second story. 36 residents of Chipangali district in Eastern Province have appeared before the Chipata Magistrates Court on the charges of disorderly misconduct following an incident at Mugubudu police post. The accused, aged between 17 and 44, admitted to the offense, and the Chipata Senior Resident Magistrate Destiny Kalusopa has adjourned the matter to April 1st, 2026 for the presentation of facts. Now, the court is also awaiting guidance from the Director of Public Prosecution regarding an additional charge of possessing offensive weapons after one suspect was found with a knife. Eastern Province Commanding Officer Robertson Mwemba stated that the group engaged in unruly conduct and insulted police officers during a planned protest. The protest followed the deaths of Danny Zimba, Robinson Tembo, whose bodies were discovered in a tobacco field, and with investigations into the matter still ongoing. What is going on, my country people, countrymen and women? Police officers are all good until you are on the other side of the law. They will definitely land on you, and it will be a sorry sight for you. So in whatever you do, do not exercise your confidence in wrong corridors. Do not exercise your courage or express your courage in wrong places and insulting the authorities, men and women in uniform. They've got a very huge responsibility of maintaining law and order, seeing to it that we are exercising the peace and the sovereignty that we have in Zambia. And if we tend to insult them, then what are we doing? And it is so sad that we have young people, teenagers from 17 years old. What are you doing in those protests as a 17-year-old child? I think this is going back to what the president said. The president expressed disappointment at the sight of the mob that landed on late Helen Kamutumbe. It is very bad because, quoting the words of the president, he said, parents and guardians need to take responsibility. Now, my fellow young people, what are we doing right there? We are putting the names of our guardians and parents into disrepute. If anything, if I do anything right here and right now, yes, you're listening to me. If I do anything uncalled for, what is the first thing you're going to ask? Af makwisa. Anachokera kut. Mwana wa ndani. You get what I mean? So please, let's not invalidate the important roles and the values that our parents are constantly installing in us. As a 17-year-old child, you need to think about your future. As a 20-year-old, you need to be in school, you need to have a business, you need to have a plan of your life, and you insulting the police and you protesting, there is always a right way to addressing issues. It might sound exciting, but this is not good. And on Wednesday, this group is appearing in court the 1st of April. Please, in case you are watching, refrain from such activities. Rather, be productive. It is one Zambia, one nation. Another news story. The Minister of Tourism and Livingstone Member of Parliament, Rodney Sikumba, has urged secretaries and administrative professionals to adopt modern technology and artificial intelligence to remain competitive in today's changing workplace. He highlighted the need for continuous skill development during a workshop held in Livingstone. Now, Mr. Sikumba stressed that professionalism remains essential in strengthening trust and upholding institutional integrity across both public and private sectors. He appointed to the evolving role of administrative professionals as key contributors to organizational success. The minister also underscored the importance of integrating digital tools, including AI, into daily operations, as he noted that embracing innovation enhances efficiency, elevates administrative roles to strategic levels, and supports Zambia's broader development. Here's a report.
We are the dreamers reaching for the sky, and I see you. Together we will rise. With knowledge and passion we aim to achieve a future so bright, with more to believe. We're building
are the best graduating students, masters in the School of Humanities.
Won't be denied. From Lusaka to the world we stand tall and strong.
Hi, I'm Genea Moyo, and I am ICU.
We're rising high with education. We are the dreamers reaching for the sky, and I see you. Together we will rise. With knowledge and passion we aim to achieve a future so bright, with more to believe. We're building
are the best graduating students, masters in the School of Humanities.
Won't be denied. From Lusaka to the world we stand tall and strong.
Hi, I'm Genea Moyo, and I am ICU.
We're rising high with education.
Sincere apologies for that clip, as it is not ready, and once it is ready we'll be sure to show you. And I need to applaud the minister for this. It is only right that we move on the pace of technology. What is the point of still remaining in 15th century when we have the 21st century full of innovative tools that can promote efficiency? So let's embrace new technology, AI and the like, as long as we use these tools responsibly. And we take a break, and when we come back we talk all things health and fitness.
The Information and Communications University is complementing government effort in promoting legal and safe mining for all Zambians. ICU is offering a short practical training course to artisanal and small-scale miners and those who intend to venture into mining. This training covers identification of rocks and minerals, mining operations and equipment, health and safety in mining, environmental protection, licensing and compliance. Qualifications: National Registration Card NRC. Apply now at www.icuzambia.net. For more information, contact the ICU School of Mines, Department of Artisanal and Small-Scale Mining at +260 763 302 596 or +260 973 263 492. For analysis of mineral samples, contact the ICU School of Mines Laboratory at +260 973 263 492 or +260 977 833 434.
Well, you are still watching the ICU TV Breakfast Show Monday edition. I am your host, Mishe Kinjakwa Edgars, and on the transmission box, we have Ruth Nirongo doing the most. And in case you're just joining us, you can be part of this conversation by dropping a comment in the comment section, or better still, tell a friend to tell a friend that we are live. And I'm alone in studio, as I said in my preamble. My other colleagues are on an official duty in various places over Zambia. So right about now, we are diving into health and fitness. Now, by definition, what is health? The World Health Organization describes health in 3 aspects. You need to be physically, emotionally, socially well and sound. Health is not just about you being physically fit, but then if your mental aspect is lacking, then you're not healthy. If your emotional aspect is not, okay, you're not healthy. If your spiritual aspect is also lacking, then you're not healthy. So you need to be healthy in all levels. Now, how do you see to it that you maintain these healthy statuses in your life? Allow me to re-echo the most important aspect that we hear from counselors and motivational speakers. Yes, I'm about to sound like a motivational speaker. Have someone to talk to with regards to mental issues. I like to relate to a human being as a balloon. A balloon can only accommodate so much air in it, and it, you can fill into the blank spaces. So we do not want to experience life as balloons. The moment you just open up to someone to say, truth, I feel like I'm not okay. It's like a bottle of a carbonated drink. You hear that sound, that's exactly what happens to you. So please have someone to talk to. Well, if you're someone who is into journaling, journal, take it down. By so doing, you are creating space in your life, you are creating space in your mind, and you are airing yourself out there. And some problems, really and truly, they just require a listening ear. You just need a listening ear. Sometimes I might not give you the $1 billion solution to your $1 billion problem, no, but just you talking to me, I might give you an advice that might lead you to your possible destiny helpers, as Pentecostals like to call them. So please see to it that you've got somebody that you talk to. The physical aspect. How often do you visit the health facilities? When last did you do your full blood count? Are you aware of your blood group? Are you aware of the things that you are allergic to? Are you aware of yourself, your body? Are you in control? When last did you get tested? These are the small things that really matter. The funny thing about human beings' bodies is that they tend to have conditions that grow. They grow until they grow. At the time you're discovering that condition, it will be rather too late. So a journey of 1,000 miles begins with a step, and I'm not scaring us, but I'm just saying things as they are. You need to make sure you visit that health facility. You need to be aware of yourself. What is that thing that you are allergic to? Are you someone like me who is not, tolerant to certain scents? I'll start to sneeze, I'll sneeze and I'll sneeze no more. Remember, when you are infected, the next person is affected, and a country, a society, a family cannot progress when health is put on the side. So make sure you exercise healthy living. the fitness aspect as well. It's not just about you lifting weights. And allow me to re-echo this. There is a growing tendency in our various communities where my fellow gentlemen, they just get like a sack of cement, a sack of concrete, and then they put them together, they start lifting. Well, in as much as you are trying by all means to gain your muscle, but my question is, what kgs of weights are you lifting? Is it even balanced? Is it measured? Is it something that your body can handle? We do not want situations where you start developing other chronic diseases at a later age as a side effect of the unmeasured weights that you are lifting. So as you lift your weights, please see to it that you have professionals who have understood the human body and the things that it can handle. Sometimes it's good to start small, even as you are jogging. When you jog for a meter or a half a meter, the next day you want to jog for a full meter, a meter and a half, 2 meters. As you increase, your body now gets used. Okay, the human body is like a stomach. I know this morning I'm sounding a little too philosophical, but yes, and do not plagiarize. Make sure when you're using any of my philosophies, you quote me as a soon-to-be professor. So a human body is like a stomach. You can't force your stomach to eat simply because you stayed away from breakfast, you stayed away from lunch, you stayed away from dinner, and you want to eat all the meals. You vomit. Exactly what happens. So introduce habits into your life slowly, just as we do when we are winning a child. Yes, I'm a parent. When I'm winning my child, my son or my daughter, twambira potu porridge akabwadika softy elomba tampere na mwana. You can't give beef to a child who barely has teeth. So that's not healthy. And those that are going to the gym, kudos. As long as your gym is certified, you know what you're doing, you've got an instructor, you are fully aware, then kudos to that. So this is all we could accommodate on the health and fitness. Join me on the other side as we look at your favorite aspect.
We kickstart your day with our headline pick with the top stories making news.
Then we go deeper in our story pick where we break down issues that matter the most to you.
From the Health Desk, we share simple tips to keep you healthy and informed.
For Classic Fitness Minute to get your body moving before the day begins.
And trending now, what's hot on social media?
Hello Zambia, my name is Amina Mutambo.
And I am Moluwa Eric J. Mwanamujende, and we bring to your screens the ICU TV Breakfast Show.
You are still alright, you are still watching the ICU TV Breakfast Show Monday edition, and in case you are wondering why I'm laughing, there's just some signal that I'm receiving from my director. And yes, it is your favorite segment, what is trending excuse me, on social media. And right about now we are talking about Kopala Nina, Zaven the Kopala Queen. The Zambian rapper Zaven the Kopala Queen was involved in a road accident while traveling to a performance in Kasama. She has since confirmed that she is in a stable condition, easing concerns among fans as the incident sparked widespread reactions online, with many wishing her a quick recovery. So our dearest queen from the Copper Belt, Queen Mfuma, she was heading to Kasama for over the weekend for a performance. Then she got involved in a road traffic accident, and shortly we saw on her page to say, despite the accident, she still went ahead and performed. This is to the queen. Hail to the queen, live long. This shows somebody's dedication to her craft. Nganinebo manashirelanda that awe lekeni mbale ntushe ngeza performer next weekend. But congratulations and massive respect to you, the Kopala Queen, and she has since confirmed that she is I beg your pardon, she is well. Upon the post to say she was involved in a road traffic accident, a lot of fans took to social media, the positive messages, sending love and warmth to her, and that is the type of Zambia that we need to see. In our second trending story, we are still in the musical fraternity, and you'll be able to see pictorials. My director and producer will, for today rather, will show some pictures on the screen, and this is none other than the boy from Chileland, Chilewan Mr. Zambia. Zambian artist Chilewan Mr. Zambia has sparked social media debate after photos of him attending Chico Wise's send-off at Lusaka Playhouse. Some users mocked his appearance and outfit choice, while others defended him, calling for respect during a time of mourning. The incident has since triggered conversations about online bullying and sensitivity around funerals. On Thursday, the musical industry, led by the Zambia Association of Musicians, were at Lusaka Playhouse giving an artistic send-off to Chico Wise. May his soul rest in peace. And we saw a lot of celebrities and musical sensations turning up in numbers. We saw the likes of Chef 187, who also faced some backlash on social media because the fans looked at him and said he didn't look as presentable as they would have loved him to look. And alongside that is none other than Chilewan, who also showed up in slippers. I'm sure you can see on your screen, and a lot of people expressed displeasure in him pulling up in slippers to say, how do you wear slippers at the funeral? How do you look like that at the funeral? Other people have questioned to say, is he even married? A lot of things have been said about him, but one thing that we need to know is, just as we are different facially, Mayo, just as we are different, good Jesus, if you need to up sana, exactly, let me just come back to my home country. If you need to up sana pamenso, over to sana na ma decisions to panga. So please, even as we are advising our celebrities on social media, they are but humans. So please, let's exercise caution even as we are advising them, because behind that keyboard, behind that post, there is a human being with flesh and blood and emotions. We saw Dinginda Bajona Byoya, the renowned Zambian journalist working with the BBC. He said, just as we saw Helen Kamutumbe being attacked, brutally murdered by the mob, it is exactly what happens on the streets of social media. We also brutally harass people. Words really hurt. So please, let's see to it that we exercise caution. And Chilewan has since responded to say, you know what, you won't change me. Let me just be the person that I am. So away from that story, we have another story, quite sad, and it is a trending, where a 23-year-old boy has been reportedly missing in Kitwe, Chamboli. So this says Lolelanji Sikaona, aged 23, had been reported missing after he was last seen on Friday in Chamboli's J section in Kitwe. Family and authorities are appealing to the public for any information that may help locate him, and anyone with the information on his whereabouts should contact 0962 726745, 0962 72676745, or 0964 901210, or we can also call Officer Derek on 0969 301124. I'm sure you can see the picture of Lolelanji on the screen. he is missing, and a lot of people have taken to social media. They've shared the post. I've seen a lot on my WhatsApp contact list. A lot of people have posted on Facebook. People are continuously sharing. Please, let's be our brother's keeper. I know J section because Kitwe is my home. Konzoko mumwala mumona, whether ni kuchamboli, ni kusakire, ni kundeke, ni kwa malembeka, anywhere. Please, 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 let's make sure that we contact relevant people. And that story brings us to another break, and when we come back, we dive into the sports item. This is the ICU TV Monday edition breakfast show, and right about now we are diving into our sports story where Chipolo Polo players have expressed confidence ahead of their international friendly match against Argentina, scheduled for Tuesday at 3 in local time. The Zambian side faces the reigning world of champions in a highly anticipated encounter. Now, striker Kingston Mutandwa indicated that the team has undertaken detailed preparations, including analyzing Argentina's 2-1 victory over Mauritania. He highlighted the squad's readiness for a tactical contest against one of the world's top teams, and Scotland-based forward Chanka Zimba has also settled quickly into the national team setup and built a strong cohesion with their teammates. The Chipolo Polo camp remains focused on delivering a competitive performance against Argentina. Now, all we can say is all the best to our champions. It is one Zambia, one nation, or is it safe to say Zambia Kuchalo? These are our people flying the Zambian flag to the world, and all we can do is just rally behind them and give them the much needed support. When they win, it is Zambia winning. So whatever the outcome, I still remain your big fan. Anything for Zambia, involve me. Anything for Zambia, exactly. So right about now, let's quickly jump into our community notice board. So on our community notice board, we are just displaying the programs that are airing on our ICU TV channel. We have the breakfast show that comes to your screens every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. We also have the lunchtime news that comes to you from Monday to Friday at 12 hours, representing various casters. And we also have I Am ICU that comes to you every Wednesday. This is hosted by my sister, my Tumbuka sister, Ngenea Favor Moyo. We also have Artbeat on Thursday. This is a show that celebrates art in all its forms, and I am your host for that show, produced by Ruth Girongo. And we also have the Sports Smart by our one and only chief photographer, Stephen Chisenga Mwapi. We also have a lot more shows coming to your screens very soon. And in case you want some partnership, collaboration, feel free to reach us at icutvzm@gmail.com. And in case there is an event that you want us to cover, remember we do event coverage, we do moderation, we do content creation, we do media consultants, we have various communications specialists and marketing personnel that can see to it that your product sells. And this is an official call to our partners and sponsors. Are you a barbershop wanting to partner with us? You can just do the haircut of myself and my fellow gentlemen. Are you a salon that wants visibility? Do the hair of our ladies. We have pretty ladies at ICU TV, and they've got numbers on their various social media platforms, including ours. And ride on us as we see to it that we keep you informed and inspired. Not forgetting our main news that comes to you every day at 20 hours, representing various casters, and I happen to be one of them. Now, this has been the ICU TV breakfast show on a Monday, the 30th of March 2026. The month is coming to an end, and just at the corner, in fact, now if April, we have a lot more coming your way. And speaking of April, Easter, we have an Easter program. Zambia is a Christian nation, and we are packaging this specifically for Easter. What is Easter to you? This is a question that you are going to answer on that show that will air shortly from now. So this has been me, Shaking Jakwa Edgars, on behalf of my usual panel of presenters. That is Amina Mtambo, who is on duty somewhere. We also have Eric J. Mwanamjende, who is also on duty. We have Miriam Deborah Gamani, a face that you saw on Friday. They are on duty. And this is once again me, Shaking Jakwa Edgars, and on the transmission box we have Ruth Nyirongo. Good morning and stay tuned.